Alex, I thought we'd just start off just real quick. If you can give a little introduction to yourself and your business.
Yeah, so my name's Alex. I own Kelowna Curb Appeal Services, and we originated as Diamond Bright Holiday Lights in 2017. So it's been 7 years now, going on 8 of installing lights professionally. And we transitioned into incorporating more off-season services, so we switched the name. But yeah, it's 7 years strong, and I've been working with you guys for all 7. So pretty excited.
Yeah, it's been amazing. You've been at this for a really long time, and I'm sure you've learned some really valuable lessons along the way. So I'm excited that you're able to take this time to have a quick chat and help share some of that, some of those learnings. This is part of this is part of a bigger service, I believe. What were the other services that you also offer?
So in the summertime, we do commercial pressure washing and residential pressure washing, window cleaning, gutter cleaning, moss removal. So exterior maintenance. Thus, we came with curb appeal.
Yeah. And
that's on the size of a home of a bungalow up to 8-story buildings downtown Kelowna.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Would you have a favorite part of the business?
Honestly, it's going to be not to make it sound like that, but it's Christmas lights, because it's the least likely to have a callback or a touch up or a difficulty in scheduling. So, and it's one of the services where you actually get a genuine reaction right away.
Yeah, I found that too. People love talking about Christmas lights much more so than they love talking about how clean their windows are or their gutters are.
Yeah. Yeah, you really get both sides of the home coming together and being like, wow, that made a big difference. So,
and what are the general challenges been, and how have you resolved those challenges specific to Christmas lights?
So it's always about access and scheduling. So in the Okanagan here, we do get quite a bit of snow, not as much as Calgary or Alberta, but the snow can come and it can come fast. So I would say the biggest challenge is getting people aware early enough that they start thinking and planning for it, and then getting them scheduled in that short gap that we have. I'd say here in the Okanagan, trying to get lights up before Remembrance Day is a nightmare.
Yeah, people are really last minute and they want it all at the same time.
Yeah, so it's about organizing all those houses that you already take care of at the same time as installing all of the new customers you're taking on. And that's the hardest part for me. It's scheduling and route efficiency to make sure we can get to everyone.
When do you start normally installing Christmas lights?
We start end of September.
Okay.
I have started to get customers to plan ahead and incorporate it with their gutter cleaning. And slowly we're getting people to start. But I would say the bulk is about to hit in 10 days here, mid-October, and we've got 33 reinstalls already lined up.
Yeah, nice. And so now you said before, I think did you start working with us right away when you got into Christmas lights, or did you transition from another supplier?
No, it's straight from you guys from the beginning.
Okay.
From a previous company that I worked for originally.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And can you think of any ways or the product itself has maybe helped overcome some of the challenges that are faced as a Christmas light installer?
Yeah. So first off, the wire and socket, as simple as it sounds, that's a huge selling point, if you will. A lot of people are used to seeing tacky Christmas lights from Canadian Tire, and the wires are all twisted and they hate it, right? We live in a beautiful city, images a lot here. So having that wire that you present that's flat, parallel, sockets are even, that was a huge point for us. And that's how we got a lot of people to transition from their existing lights that they bought at Costco last 4 years.
Yeah, right.
To us. It's the consistency of the quality and the consistency of the presentation throughout the whole house. So being able to cut and fit and every single line is the same, huge selling point.
Is that how that's been the feedback from your clients as well? Like just regarding the lights from Big Star Lights, has it been overall been pretty positive?
It's been hugely positive. And actually, I would say that a lot of new requests that are coming in nowadays, we get specifically asked if we use Big Star lights.
Oh, excellent. I'm really happy to hear that.
Yeah. So the bulb is getting known, that G30 round bulb. It's becoming actually something that people request. We're seeing less and less of the strawberry or the pine cone shape, less and less of that. I get people specifically showing me pictures of your bulbs, asking if this is what I supply.
Right. Cool. Yeah. So you mentioned, so one of the ways that BSL helps products set you apart from the competition would be that G30 bulb. Is there anything else that you feel gives you a leg up?
The mag clips.
Oh, okay. Yeah, those are really handy.
The mag clips on commercial installation, one of the big things we get asked when we do strip malls or commercial buildings is if we're doing anything that's intrusive or damaging to the fascia of the building. So having that option of providing something that's actually secure versus just putting a multi-clip on a drip flashing. When you show them that magnet and how flat it sits and how consistently the appearance is throughout, that's a huge point as well.
Have you tried that new one that we came out with last year? The that sits on top of the flashing?
I haven't yet. No.
Okay. That one is, I think it's about 50% more magnetism on that one than the previous version, so it holds even better.
Than the rare earth?
Yeah, the rare earth as well. Yeah. Yeah. But there's more surface area, more magnetic surface area on it as well.
Sure. So, I find that they get stronger as you go down the drip flashing.
Yeah.
And I like the front facing just based on the amount of snow we get.
Yeah.
Sometimes a shelf builds up over the flat edge of a commercial building.
Yeah. Well, that's true. Well, you'll find with this one, it behaves like a cup. So if you do get snow, it actually holds better because it cups the snow. And then you just make sure that the bulb's hanging over the edge and it won't get buried.
Interesting. I'll have to order some of those. Give that a shot.
So since using Big Star lights, have you noticed any cost savings or increase in efficiency in your projects?
I can't say cost savings or increase since I've always known this. I will say longevity.
Yeah, right.
When you're providing professional Christmas lights to a client, one of the two main things is the appearance they're going after, and they're looking for a solution to replacing NOMA lines every season. Right. Which are never end-to-end compatible. So with us, based on the quality of the bulbs that we get from you, we actually give a 5-year warranty on all our installs.
Amazing. Yeah. And that's in line with our warranty as well now. And I mean, you install some lights in some really challenging environments. In fact, like you install lights at a big ski resort nearby, and like, tell me about that project and how, how those lights have withstood the elements in such a difficult climate.
Yeah, that's probably the best install we've ever had. I used to talk about doing that when I started installing Christmas lights. So a big thing about putting Christmas lights in a ski resort is the extreme weather changes they have up there. So freezing, flash freezing, snow that is literally turning into freezing rain as it touches a surface is massive. One of the biggest concerns we had was, are we going to go put up 14,000 lights and have them deteriorate or stop working or burn out? And it's been up there now for 3 years straight, and the lights are on 24/7, and I've replaced one bulb. One bulb. Yeah. Amazing. And there's over 14,000 lights that are on every single day, and they've been up there for 3 hours. And we're talking about snow packs of 4 or 5 feet on roofs. Yeah. They're constantly covered in snow. They're constantly wet, and everything has lasted, even down to the extensions and the male-female connectors. We haven't had to replace a single one that we've put up. And we have lights in a 90-foot tree up there at the base of the village, which basically turns into a statue in the winter. It is rock solid, frozen. Yeah. And you can still see the lights through there.
Okay, cool.
All still work. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. I'm really glad to hear stories like that. And so we've talked a lot about the product, but as you know, second part of our service, the second half of the service, is the customer support. How have you found that to be, since working with us, and has it had a positive impact on your experience as a pro installer?
I'll say the customer support that you guys provide is second to none. And I'll say this from someone who jumped into the Christmas light business with very little to know about business and ordering and timeframes. And every time I've had a panic moment where I think I got the wrong product or I'm not sure what I got, and I send an email or I call, I get an answer within minutes every single time. And I've never been lost in trying to guess or make a decision in the dark. I just usually pick up the phone, or I call Alexi, or I called Emma, and right away it was just, here's what you got to do. We'll ship it out right now. We can overnight it. We'll replace it. It's been outstanding. And I don't think I would have got that anywhere else, to be honest.
Amazing.
If there's something I need, you guys will have it, and it's fast. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, awesome. Well, we appreciate your business, and I'll definitely pass those kind words on to the team. It makes a really big difference, and we're glad to hear that we've helped make things go more smoothly for you. Just before we wrap up here, like, is there, you're a pretty experienced installer, been at this for a little while. What is one piece of advice you'd give to others maybe considering installing Christmas lights professionally for the first time?
Service is everything. Service is first, and safety is something to keep in mind. I see it now more than ever. There's a lot of people venturing into the space and getting into it, and that's amazing because it's building more awareness. A lot of people don't even know that this is a service that you can get.
Yeah.
And I would just say, do it with a smile and just be always focused on providing service and value to your customer, but do it safely, because we see a lot of people doing stuff that it's just dangerous, right? So have your tie-offs, use your ladders, invest in a boom lift or a boom truck. It makes a huge difference. And then that way you're there to be around for a longer time, and you can provide services for years to come. So
yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, sentiment. I think one of the biggest skills you can have is to say no, and know when to say no. And customers don't want you getting hurt on their property, probably more than you don't want to get yourself hurt on that property. So if there's an opportunity to say no because of a safety issue, the client is probably going to answer with a smile and be like, okay, let's light something else. And that's the beauty of Christmas lights, is there's creativity around it. So there's always the possibility of lighting something different. Now, if the customer does get upset and still wants you to do the dangerous job, it's probably not a customer you want. So it's time to move on. But yeah, that's a really good point, especially with a lot of the new installers coming up looking for ways to cut corners and potentially, save a few dollars. It's absolutely not worth it. And by imparting, a culture of safety in your organization, that's probably going to help you make the sale as well.
Yeah, and it keeps them around for the long run. I mean, everyone likes to save a few dollars, but I found that when you take the time and you put the right precautions in place, or you use the right equipment, your customer is even more grateful that they found you, and then you have a customer for life. And that's the most important part. Yeah,
I totally agree. That's a really great way to end this conversation. Thanks so much, Alex, for your time on this. Really appreciate it, and appreciate your business as well. And I hope you have a really awesome holiday season here.
We're off to a great start, Daniel. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thanks so much.